If the public has only been guessing, now the puzzle seems to have found an answer. The two big names that have always been juxtaposed in one sentence by fans Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan finally revealed something that had only been whispered in the quiet spaces of hope. Feelings of love that could no longer be hidden. Yes. It's no longer about being together on a project. It's no longer about long stares behind the scenes or smiles that only they understand the meaning of. It's about recognition, about love in words. And the world seemed to stop spinning for a moment when they finally gave voice to what could only be felt by them and the millions of hearts that loved them. Since the legendary drama The Untamed brought them together, Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo have become the new center of gravity in entertainment. Their chemistry doesn't just come alive on screen, it radiates in every off-screen moment. Their laughter, natural-looking jokes, and never awkward silences all speak louder than words. Fans, who refer to themselves as Yibo Xiao stans, have long read their body language like a never-ending romance novel. But now the narrative has changed. It's no longer fanfiction, but reality. In a recent interview that went viral across social media, Xiao Zhan, with visibly teary eyes, finally opened her heart. There are things I've been wanting to say, but I've always been holding back. But today, I just want to be honest. I can no longer hide it. He is the one who makes me feel calm, valued, and fully seen. No names were mentioned, but everyone knew who the words were directed at. The camera captured the change in expression on his face, as if he was speaking directly to someone who meant a lot to him. And the world knew it was Wang Yibo. Not long ago, in a podcast that was previously underrated by the public, Wang Yibo answered a simple question. If you had to choose one person to get you through life, who would it be? She was silent for a long time, but when she answered, her voice was quiet but firm. I chose her a long time ago, and I choose her every day. She knows that. To others, that sentence might be ordinary, but to those who followed Yibo Xiao's journey from the beginning, this was a declaration. It's a love that no longer hides behind secrecy. It has not been an easy journey. They are not only public figures, but also symbols of strength, resilience, and courage amidst China's harsh and stressful entertainment industry. Scandals, censorship, even silencing campaigns, they've faced it all. But one thing that has always endured is them. Somehow, in the midst of all these storms, their love grew silently. Isn't the purest love the one that endures even when it can't be expressed? They never said, "I love you," openly in front of the camera. But every look in their eyes, every song lyric, every ambiguous post, it was all love in code. And now that they've started turning that code into real words, the world can no longer deny the fact. Before long, the hashtag Yibo Xiao confession was trending worldwide. Tearful and loving comments flooded social media. Finally, they can talk. God knows how long we waited, wrote one fan. You guys are proof that sincere love will find a way, another commented. It wasn't just support. It's a celebration of love. Love that wasn't asked for, wasn't planned, but happened and grew into something beautiful. Their confession isn't just about two celebrities finally being true to their feelings. It's a symbol of hope for those who love silently, who fear rejection, or who feel unable to talk about their feelings. Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan teach us that love doesn't always need to be explained at length. Sometimes, one honest sentence is enough to change everything. They show us that love can grow in silence, under pressure, within even invisible boundaries. And when that love finally finds a voice, everything comes to light. Today, their words are not just an expression but also a form of courage. In a world that demands so much from them, they choose to stay true to one thing: their feelings. And that is the most beautiful move anyone who loves can make. They never announce their vows like other couples. No rings, No dramatic embraces in front of the cameras. But if you're observant, they've long been making promises to each other through their constant presence, through the way Wang Yibo always notices little details about Xiao Zhan, and how Xiao Zhan always mentions Yibo's name in seemingly random but meaningful moments. Their promise lives between the pauses and words, between the smiles they share silently. And therein lies the power of their love, not in the harshness of declarations, but in the consistency that quietly touches the soul. In a world of rules, public pressure, and unreasonable expectations, they choose to walk their own path. They know that not everyone will understand, let alone accept. But Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan no longer wait for validation. They don't need the world's permission to love. All they need is the courage to remain faithful to each other, despite the world's stares and suspicious questions. Because true love is not about being approved, but about being kept, and they have kept each other wholeheartedly. What has only been the fans' prayers has finally come true. Every song, every sweet moment, every lyric that seems to tell their story, all of it now has a new meaning. They are no longer just two names in the entertainment industry. They are symbols of love that endured, grew, and finally found the light. Their story is a reminder that even in a world full of limits and fears, love can still prevail. And through all the tears, one thing became very clear. Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan's story is not just a love story, it's a living miracle. Finally, the world may not be ready for all truths, but love never waits for the world to be ready. It only needs two brave hearts to say, "I love you. I have always loved you." And now, with those words finally spoken, Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan's story is no longer a guess, but a sweet, emotional, and hopeful reality.